Roads are constructed for the people to make movement easy and smooth. There are designated bus stops, road sign and traffic officers to ensure the road is used properly. However, sometimes these roads are often misused. Roadside trading has taken over highways and bus stops, leading to traffic gridlock and sometimes crashes, making it unsafe for its users. They barricade the roads and obstruct traffic. Is this right? The program is Road Matters. I am Fatima Omar. On the episode of this program today, we will look at the menace of roadside trading. Some states, like Rivers State, has banned roadside trading. Still, you find the traders on the road. Francis Insan will take us through some roads in Port Harcourt.
This is the Obekwe axis of Rivers State that actually connects Port Harcourt to Bayelsa State and Imo State. Well, as you can see, the traffic situation here is really smooth because vehicles are moving in and out of the state without hitch. Talking about street trading, it is well known that the government of Rivers State passed a bill into law actually banning street trading and illegal motor parks in the state. As you can see out here, there are still some individuals who are actually making a living out of street trading. Now let's observe what is going on around Obekwe axis and ask some questions.
I'm speaking about street trading. I think it obstructs the free flow of traffic, most of the times, and it's not actually, even though the government has actually banned it, but some citizens still feel reluctant because of their need for daily bread, and most of the times they just have to come out and hustle because it's not actually easy, But on the other hand, it's very bad because it litters the road, and most of these traders, when they are done, they don't actually clean up the place, and I think it's very bad to the eyes. For persons coming into Port Harcourt City and coming to see this city, and they're like, okay, now they see the place is very littered, and most of the time they hang around the road, and most of these reckless drivers, they don't actually care. If you go to the Rumokoro axis, you see them drive anyhow they like, and most of the times it endangers lives, and it's very bad.
Street trading wasn't banned by the Governor Wike administration because of its negative impact on the lives of citizens. If there's an online collision, it could result to accidents and then one could easily die. Prior to this time, Rumokoro axis was always jammed because of hold-up. Obirikwere was also nothing to write home about. One couldn't have free access because of traffic jam. All this was because of street trading. But thanks to Governor Wike, who has made it possible for motorists to ply the road without traffic jam.
There is no street trading here. Once in a while, stubborn ones see come around. Then the task force try to stop them.
The government had banned street trading in River State. I think it's a good development, but what I've actually realized is that people, and especially the small-scale, business owners, are still seen on the street hawking, and it causes lots of, hiccups when it comes to, like vehicular movement around the metropolis. So I still think the government should ensure that task force is actually put in place to make sure this is really, adhered to.
Well, that's it from Port Harcourt. Over to Fatima for the rest of the program.
River States doing the needful for a safer road. Even with the risk involved, many are still in it without regards to their safety. There have been cases of vehicles running into these traders, fatal sometimes. Big cities like Lagos with high vehicular movement have recorded cases of such.
Over the years, the Lagos State government has made concerted efforts to curb the menace of roadside trading, but the practice has continued to defy measures put in place or policies formulated by successive administrations. Street trading has for long been a major cause of traffic gridlock in Lagos State. This distasteful practice is now a common sight across the state, with its attendant harsh and depressing implications on commuters and pedestrians. Since the roads have suddenly become narrow as a result of roadside trading, the safety of commuters and pedestrians becomes seriously compromised. What are the consequences?
Roadside trading, like we all know, is an act of business activities being displayed at a very inconvenient portion of the road that hinders the free movement of traffic. And the consequence is always very grave. It has caused a lot of damage in the area of road traffic crashes, both to human and properties. And that's why FRSC, in all ramifications, has tried to stop this menace.
It's a serious one. It's really affecting the traffic. With the effort of both Lagos State and the local governments to make sure that we have free flow of traffic, this issue of street trading or people selling by the roadside have been affecting all that effort. It has not been allowed the traffic to move freely. And that is one. It's also endangered the lives of both the operators. Either you are selling or you are buying something by the roadside or on the street. It's also, endangered the lives of the people. Even some people that are just going on their own, when there's no enough space for the people to move, anything can happen. Where we have downforce balls going up and down, going carelessly, Okadas are there, Marwa, tricycles, all of them on the road. So it's endangered the lives of the people.
The case of moving vehicles running into traders by the roadside, killing and maiming them, is a recurrent issue in the state.
This place is main road. It's not that safe. Even when we are sitting down, we are afraid of all these buses because it's very risky. Most of the buses do fail break sometimes, and it's very risky for our health here.
This is a bus stop, and everyone, as far as you're walking in island, mainland, you must pass through here, either by leg or by car, and things here are very cheap.
What plans have been put in place by the Federal Road Safety Corps to sensitize these road traders?
A series of intervention has been put in place, and among them is the regular public enlightenment, that the one we call domesticated public enlightenment of our operatives going to the marketplaces to talk to the market women and men on the dangers of displaying their lots on the highway.
What is the role of the local government to also sensitize these roadside traders?
Our legislative, they have enacted a bylaw which prohibited the selling on the roadside. And before we do that, we have already, provided enough market stock for our people.
It, however, appears that the more the FRSC and the local governments make efforts at curbing the menace of roadside trading, it is gaining momentum as more people seem to find the option quite lucrative.
It is therefore essential for Lagosians to pay attention to the government in its bid to rid the state of this menace. Our collective efforts should be geared towards ensuring a secured and safe Lagos that works for everyone.
The cost is higher and more dangerous than its benefit, especially the indiscriminate occupation of public space. In the Federal Capital Territory, the situation is no different. Abdullah Iyaji is on Madala Road, where this is a major problem, making it unsafe for its users.
Open for business only on Thursdays. Customers, traders and road users attracted to Madala Market brave the odds and face the risk that comes with such a gathering dangerously along the highway. On display are all kinds of foodstuff, clothing, household items, competing for space with the heavy influx of vehicles.
I'm a resident here for more than 20 years. A lot of lives are lost here, even animals. It's not just ordinarily saying that it's an encroachment on the law. It takes more political power will, legislative government to get it removed from the main hall.
If you look at the road, you see that the parking lane are being used by the marketers. And while we have the enforcement agency who is supposed to let the law to use that, but they are still there.
Apart from traders' encroachment into the main road, research indicates that the largely unplanned market on the FCT borderline avails many the opportunity to shuttle and do brisk business, as the market is reputed to offer mouth-watering discounts, a reality that comes at a price, considering the cost of the gridlock in terms of productive hours lost in transit.
Why I prefer this place because when you have money, you now rent for shop, you now go for shop. When you don't have money, you can stay in the roadside and do your business.
Whenever they are having markets here every Thursday, they go slow. So if government can provide enough space where people can freely do their businesses, it will be of great economic value for them too, because this market here is generating a whole lot of revenue for the government.
Seen as an asset, many agree that the market of such caliber can do without being on a major sloppy, heavily busy national road and instead be relocated to a more accessible place for the benefit of all.
This intrusion on the right of way has become a menace, making it difficult for cars to pass smoothly and making it unsafe for the driver, pedestrians, and the traders too. The situation is no different in Oyo State, Ibadan to be precise. Bumi will take us through to see the situation there in Ibadan.
In every society, good and qualitative road networks enhance good driving and efficient transportation. But it becomes a big task when there is an artificial impediment to free flow of vehicular activities as a result of street trading. The menace of roadside trading is becoming part of our daily lives with attendant challenges and risk to the traders and all road users. Disobedient traders take over part of the designated routes for vehicular movements to carry out their business activities, resulting in unwarranted congestion.
The roadside trading has been a menace for a long time, and I think it has to stop now because it constitutes a lot of danger to the people themselves who are plying their trade on the side of the road. And this lies in the hand of the government. The government must have the political will to do it. Of course, the government also have a right to provide another place for them, which subsequent governments have done. But these traders refuse. So let there be punishment for anybody who put their shops on the road, and let the government also provide a place for them.
Well, I think roadside trading is wrong because there are designated markets for such activity. And I guess it is up to the local government to ensure. I know there are rules in place against roadside trading. It is left to the local government to enforce those rules.
By implications, the congestion makes it difficult for free flow of traffic, which leaves enormous burden on the road users in the pursuit of their legitimate activities. On some occasions, there are cases of avoidable road accidents.
2 years ago, but there's no job. I've been working in private hospital, but I'm fed up of working in private hospital. That is why I came here to be doing popcorn. There's no work, there's no anything. Even though staying in the roadside like this is very risky, but I didn't have anything to do. That is why I just stay here to be managing myself and to get what to eat.
As for me, I am not in support of roadside trading because sometimes some vehicles lose control, but due to the financial status and cost of shops rent, makes the seller to stay by the roadside to sell their items.
Very lot of dangers. Because as a driver, when you are driving, especially when there's a, brake failure, instead of you to see a space to control, to save life, there's no way because of the road sellers. They will occupy the whole space that's supposed the driver to use in order to maneuver and save life. So with this, we are appealing to the government to please do something about it. They should get a place for them, so that the road will be free for the drivers to use. Because the road made for vehicle, not for road sellers.
One thing we've done is to move them out of the road. The moment we are creating alternative areas where they can sell their goods and whatever, then it is easier for us to move them. Because the essence of it is not only because of the traffic congestions, but what about their safety? You see these articulated trucks moving around and all that, trying to turn. Some of them are by the road. It's not only them. We also want to talk about those who are buying things from them. You see somebody will park at the middle of the road, want to buy fish, want to buy everything inside the vehicle. All these character changes are what we're looking at, so that we give them a new orientation. You don't need to be at the roundabout selling things, selling wares, selling goods at the roundabout before you can sell. So all these, and they're beginning to understand what we're doing. But as a responsible government, we need to create alternative means for those people. Do also not forget that they're not just there, they are there to survive. And if they are there to survive, we also must protect and we must also help them to survive.
It is very certain that roadside trading and its attendant repercussions is an abnormality. Hence, government at all levels should wage war against it for a safer society.
the situation in most parts of the country. Some blame this on the economic situation. But shouldn't your safety on the road come first? We need to be safe. We need to have a conducive and safer road. This is where we end the program this week. You can stay in touch with the program on the social media handle, on Twitter at RoadMattersNTA, or send a mail to roadmatters@nta.ng. Until the next episode, I am Fatima Omar. The safer the roads, the better for all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.